Today in the Rockies franchise, a new pitcher will make his major league debut. This is earlier than I had in mind, but with the injury to Jake DeGrom last episode that will end his season, we now need to fill his spot in the starting rotation, and we'll be doing so with perhaps our best pitcher at the minor league level this season, Michael Wilkerson. My plan was to keep developing him and maybe call him up next season, but we have to make this move now. Wilkerson is 21 years old and was a part of the Johnny Schaefer draft class, the second of this series. And he's been not only our best minor league pitcher, but one of the best AAA pitchers, period. And he's thrown more innings than anybody in the AAA West this year. He has 2 complete game shutouts. He's earned this call-up. I just wanted to keep developing him if we didn't need to add him to the rotation, but we obviously have to at this point. And he's going to make his debut today, and taking his spot now at AAA is going to be Mickey Littlefield, who we've talked about a lot in this series. He's been a really fun pitcher to watch develop, and he was an all-star this year, and he's moving up to AAA for the first time. We dropped the first game in this little 2-game series against the Houston Astros, but this is where we'll see Wilkerson make his debut. It's not an easy situation. He's replacing a Hall of Fame caliber pitcher for a team that is 6 games back right now in the division race with under a month to go. No pressure, right? Wilkerson made 26 starts at AAA this season. He doesn't quite average a strikeout per inning, but a 2.8 ERA, 1.27 whip. He is more than ready to make his debut. And the first batter he faces, the current American League batting champion Alex Bregman, hitting .322. Welcome to the Bigs, Michael Wilkerson here in rainy Denver. First pitch past the mound into center, base hit Bregman, working towards that batting title. Number 2 hitter, Miles Straw, base hit left field. 2 hits off 2 Wilkerson pitches, and now Yordan Alvarez fouled off. He's only a couple points behind Bregman. Ground ball to first, and Bell will make the play, first out of the inning, but now 2 in scoring position. Here's Miguel Sano. Don't miss up there. He got away with it twice. Off speed against Sano. This time he connects. It's going to right center field. Chased by Nimmo. Down on the track, and 2 will score. Sano's going to keep going. On his way to third. They got him. And the bases are finally clear. But the Astros get 2 runs. In those first 9 pitches or so, Wilkerson was not able to hit his spots, and there's a base hit to left. An ugly first inning for Wilkerson, but a tapper back to him. Dansby Swanson retired, and it's over. Not the first inning Wilkerson was hoping for. We go bottom 1. It's Lance McCullers for the Astros, and that'll beat the shift from Brandon Nimmo all the way to the wall as he will make his way into second. That brings up Ryan Reynolds, and that one's going to left center field. Nimmo will score. Extra bases for Reynolds. A pair of doubles to get the day started. That'll bring up Johnny Schaefer. 3-2. Fly ball well hit left field. Alvarez going back, and he lunges to make the catch. Reynolds tags to third. And the Rockies look to tie the game. Here's Rafi Devers. Ground ball to first, and that'll bring home Reynolds. And we're back to a brand new ball game, essentially. 2 down, Josh Bell. Deep drive the other way. This one's back. Alvarez won't get there. It's gone. Solo home run for Josh Bell. Number 29. And after an ugly first inning for Michael Wilkerson, he gets to pitch with a lead in the second. And there's a weak fly ball, shallow center, caught. Trying to rebound against the bottom of the Houston order. There's a tapper. Wilkerson can't get there, but Trey Turner makes the play. And then the pitcher, Lance McCullers, Fly ball into center. Diving catch by Reynolds. What a play. That's how you help out your pitcher. Go get him 3 runs in the first and make a phenomenal defensive play. We're back to the top of the order, though. Bregman. Fly ball deep to center. Back goes Reynolds to the track with just enough room to make the catch. Straw lets that one go. Slider on the outside. That's one of Wilkerson's best pitches. Then a good inside two-seamer. And he chases the curveball in the dirt. Johnny Schaefer to first, and there's the first strikeout for Wilkerson. It takes 7 outs to get it. And then a nice slider on the outside corner, starting to settle in perhaps. Deep drive from Alvarez. Nimmo going back. At the scoreboard, he makes the catch. A couple of deep fly outs that didn't leave Coors. In the 4th inning, now the battle against Sano again. Don't often want to throw fastballs at him. I just want to see off speed, and luckily he is not connecting on the slider. Strikeout for Wilkerson, and then he comes back with a slider outside the zone to get Kevin Newman. It took a while before he could actually locate that slider because he kept missing in the strike zone. We're in the 5th now, and Bell can't make the play cleanly as that's beat out for a single. Next, it's Bregman going to right center field. 2nd hit of the day. And that'll bring a run home for the Astros to tie the game. Bregman on his way to 3rd. Relay. Got him! 2nd time we've gotten the runner at 3rd there with a long relay throw. But it's a 3-3 game now as we'll go bottom 5. Brian Reynolds, 2 for 2. Make it a 3-hit day right in front of the right fielder. That gets us to Devers. McCullers missing and falling behind 2-0. He turned on it. Devers deep to right. This one's gone. A 2-run homer. Just got that one over for number 35 on the season. Nice job turning on that inside pitch, and it's a 5-3 lead. Wilkerson, after his rough first, pitching into the 6th. Nice play, got Alvarez. And his pitch count is in great shape because there were so many quick at-bats. They put the ball in play, and we take care of it. 2 strikes on Sano. Chased it. There it is. That's the slider we've been waiting for. Wilkerson's 4th strikeout. Next, Newman, 2-2. That's out in front and tapped to 3rd. Devers makes the play. And Wilkerson has gone 6 innings in his major league debut. This is his 70th pitch in the 7th inning. Who would have thought, after how this game began, he could pitch this deep into the game? Here's another 1-pitch ground ball right back to Wilkerson. 2 down, now facing Garrett Stubbs. There's a fastball on the outside. 3-2. Got him looking with the curveball. He throws him with the backdoor breaking ball, and Wilkerson closes out the 7th in his major league debut. What a turnaround. It's still a 2-run lead for Colorado as there's a towering fly off the bat of Nimmo. Deep in right center field. Off the fence that almost left. Nimmo makes his way to 3rd with his 2nd extra base hit. And that brings up Reynolds. Deep drive, right field. And Reynolds has a 4-hit day. A 2-run blast pads the Rockies' lead. This guy has been hitting the ball so well lately. He's making his case for a big contract extension. Now you might wonder, why are we bringing in Tony Losi here? Wilkerson maybe could have gone an 8th inning. I didn't want to push it, and I had already pinch hit for him in the 7th because it was a 2-run game. I thought that would be pretty reckless leaving him in to hit and then pitch again against the top of this order. And Alex Bregman doubles off Losi anyway, makes his way to 2nd. Then it's Straw. And Low C just not able to locate. That wasn't a very good pitch. It should have been a strike, but it's a walk instead. Brings up Yordan Alvarez. We got the bullpen going here. Oberg getting ready to come in, as that one could have been dangerous. 3-2 again. And a base hit, scorched to right. Lucky he didn't get underneath that one. The bases are loaded, and here comes the veteran. If it were a 2-run game, we'd have Oberg in there from the beginning, but with a 4-run lead, that's why Losi was in. Sano can't handle the slider, all right. Off speed, over and over and over again. Do not throw a fastball in the strike zone. Fouled off the change. Won't chase it high. What do you do? 1-2. Back to that outside corner, but it has to be more competitive. And Oberg is just not able to hit the spot. 3-2. And he missed low. Sano comes back from an 0-2 count. That is a run on the board. And now the go-ahead run at the plate. Newman on the ground. Sliding stop. Out at second. That's all they get, as the Astros get their 5th run. Runners at the corners for Dansby Swanson. And he's walked to load the bases all over again. 0-2. Ground ball to Bell. And we get out of the 8th finally. Still a 2-run lead for the Rocks. Taylor Rogers is healthy again. He gets the save opportunity against a very potent Astros lineup, but facing the bottom of the order. Popped up by Stubbs. Trey Turner, no problem. They bring in Freudis Nova off the bench. Rolled it over to second base. Astros down to their final out, but they have Alex Bregman at the plate. And that's a ground ball. Nice play by Devers, and that is your ball game. The Rockies win 7-5. And Michael Wilkerson gets the win in his major league debut, going 7 innings, striking out 5, and allowing 7 hits. I was impressed that he didn't walk anybody and that he was able to recover from a bad first inning. Let's just call that rookie nerves. He shook it off, but it was pretty baffling, his accuracy in that first inning, because he just kept throwing over the plate. I was trying to throw sliders out of the zone, and he's like, no, this has to be a strike. Now, the way this game went, he was never confident in his curve or his changeup, so the vast majority of his pitches were fastballs and sliders. He was essentially a 2-pitch pitcher today and got 7 innings out of those 2 pitches. Overall, that is a very successful debut, and I can't wait to see him play again. Now, I had some feedback to check out some more players. What else is going down at the minor league level this season? As far as the main standouts go, there was Wilkerson, and then a couple more pitchers have been pitching really well. But as far as position players, Connor Joe's been very good, Jacob Pearson as well. But nobody that's been so good that we have to, think about calling them up soon. Most of these players are still a year away, maybe 2. And a lot of our top players I was excited about are just not having great seasons. Like Albert Aguila hasn't been that great. Adael Amador has been solid, but there are ratings going up, there are ratings going down. Luis Madero, he's somebody we'll have to talk about next season. Ryan Rollison has a good WAR. His ERA is high, but some other numbers tell a different story. Michael Moreno, he's been pretty solid this year, but he's still developing. Down at AA, we've actually had a better record down at AA. Jason Hebert has been the main offensive star down there. And then Jonathan Stever, I think he might be a bullpen option for us next year. Maybe as we look to find that long relief guy, I think he and David Valentine are both pretty good candidates for that role. I don't think they have the ability to be full-time starters. But I wanted to go into a start now with Mickey Littlefield. We've spent time with him at AA, but now he joins the AAA roster. We've all been enamored by the idea of Mickey Littlefield for a few years. He was a part of, I believe, that very first draft class. And he's up to a 70 overall, so he's getting closer. And I think as soon as you're in the 70 range, you can start to think about becoming a bullpen guy. But ideally, Littlefield is a long-term starting pitcher. With him, the issue has usually been his control. He can be a bit all over the place at times, but when he locates, it's comical how much he can overwhelm these minor league hitters. Does that carry into AAA play? That's what I was here to find out. Bottom two, that's a major league player, Tucker Barnhart, popping that one up. Littlefield's always been a pitcher that also has a lot of deep counts because there's a lot of easy takes. But that was something that we didn't really see early in this game. The at-bats were a lot quicker, the ball was put in play. 2 on here, a pair of hits in the third, back to the top of the order. This is a spot where Littlefield needs to settle things in. Gets him to chase the low slider, and then elevates with that high heat at 99 miles per hour. Colton Welker, we traded him, I forget where, but he's down at AAA now. And that is the final out to the inning. 2-1 Albuquerque, Travis Shaw, another major league hitter, popping up over to first base. Behind him, this is going to be Garrett Frechette. Big breaking ball there from Littlefield. Why not go back to it for strike 3? I love his 12-6. As long as he can keep it down. In the bottom of the 5th now, runner at first, 1 down. Is that Joe Girardi managing at AAA? That's a good pitch, even though it's ball 4. 2 on again here for Sugarland. There's a good slider. Jammed him badly, put it in the perfect spot. And then out in front of the fastball. Clearly, they are having issues with everything he's throwing. In the 6th, Stevie Wilkerson chasing one way outside the zone. He does have good movement on his fastball, gets a lot of chases. Then a curveball, grounded softly, and that's the inning. 6 solid innings for Mickey Littlefield, and they have him coming out for the 7th. And Tucker Barnhart turns on a changeup that just didn't stay down enough. And that is the final pitch of the day for Littlefield. Overall, it was a solid outing for him. I liked what I saw, and the strikeout stuff was there. Roel Ramirez enters the game, and he's somebody I'm still waiting to play well enough at AAA to get that call up. I don't know, I might end up calling him up at some point here in September just to get a look. Because I feel like Low C is showing that maybe he's not a guy you go with on the playoff roster or anything. We have Jacob Pearson up here in the 8th inning with a line drive over to third base. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Ramirez staying out for a 2nd inning. Good curveball for strike 3. I was impressed with his 1st inning. I wanted to see more. He does have good stamina. But that is hit hard down the first base line and will be extra bases. We've pitched around, some runners on base already. Now Travis Shaw lines out to third. And with 2 down, here's Wilkerson with a fly ball hit to center. And that's 2 shutout innings for Roel Ramirez. Impressive stuff. But let's take it to the 9th, trying to break this tie. And it's Connor Blair leading things off, and he takes the walk. Then Elijah Diori with the runner going into center, dropping in for a hit. First to reach, and Sugarland will go to their bullpen, Daniel Ponce de Leon. He enters to face Adale Amador, who's hitting around 250, 41 RBIs. He's a great defender. 0-1. A drive down the right field line. This one is gone! A 3-run homer. Not normally known for his power, but he gets a hold of one. and it's a 3-run lead for Albuquerque in the 9th. Great timing. He is a player I'm so excited to bring up to the major leagues at some point. There's also Michael Tolia, who's a solid first baseman, has some pop, and will send this flying past the third baseman into the left field corner for extra bases. Can we get that 4th run, perhaps? Here's Casey Golden, and he'll send this in the air to right, but it's playable, and we'll go bottom 9. 3-run lead now for the Isotopes. This lead goes to Kevin Feliciano, and he's a reliever I think is very close to his chance at the show. Garrett Frechette jammed on a cutter right on the inside corner. That's a quick first out. Tucker Barnhart, good cutter away to get ahead. And he chases the changeup, strike 3. 2 outs. And the bottom of the order here for Sugarland. That's a ground ball into left field, base hit. 9-hitter, Sierra, ground ball up the middle. And that's going to bring the tying run to the plate. And the top of the order, Rafael Pinheiro. Hit hard toward left center, caught by Pearson to seal the game. Albuquerque picks up the win 5-2, and Adeo Amador had the biggest hit of the day. The stat line, by the way, for Littlefield in this game. He went 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And I felt like it was a very good debut for him. We're not done, though. I want to go down to AAA, or AA, my bad. Jason Hebert, 67 overall. He was a player that came in with really good hitting ratings, but needs to develop more as a defender. He's a third baseman. I'll edit him so he can also play first. Obviously, at third, we have Rafael Devers there for a long time. And then first base is currently open beyond this year, unless we do something with Josh Bell or Ty France. So that would be something to keep in mind with Jason Hebert. Obviously, you need depth there. But I also see the long road he has as a defender and think about maybe he's a better fit in the American League because we can't have the DH here in this franchise, unfortunately. That would be incredible. But he's somebody I'll probably look to at least see what teams think as far as trades go. But for the meantime, I think he's one of our better backup corner infielders and should be at AAA next year if we don't end up trading him or anything. He's a 67 overall with B potential, so maybe a couple years down the road, he's a really solid hitter. A couple of his ratings have been going down this year, unfortunately. And then his defense has been getting better, but his fielding is a 46, and his arm accuracy is a 37. So there is some work to do. Bottom of the 10th here. A chance to do some damage, especially on that changeup, but he gets under it to left field, and unfortunately, we cannot win this game. And then there's one more player I want to talk about, and that is Jacob Pearson. Remember back to the Trevor Story trade, year 1 of the franchise. It was Trevor Story for Touki Toussaint and Jacob Pearson. Pearson is pretty close to his chance at the show. We just have a really good trio of outfielders and then really good prospects as depth. So it hasn't been easy for him to rise up the depth chart. But he's up to a 79 overall. Like, he is major league caliber right now. His defense is really good. All the ratings are in the 70s. And then his hitting ratings are all in that low 50, mid 60 range. He's probably an excellent trade candidate for us, but given the contract situations on this team, I want to see how things look next year and if he's able to crack the big league roster. With the bases loaded here in the 9th, unfortunately, Diori grounds out to end the game. We fall short in this one by 5 runs. Perhaps in the next episode, there is still one more player I want to go through who is now one of our top prospects, and that would be starting pitcher Michael Handy. But back to focus on the big league team. We take 2 or 3 from the Rangers and then drop this first game in San Diego 9-1. Ethan Small put up a bit of a clunker in this one, but the offense never got going either. Rockies now 84-60, falling back to 8 games behind the LA Dodgers. We lost 2 games of ground in this episode, and it looks like we're going to be a wild card team this year. That's the most likely outcome, and the wild card race is really just 2 teams. As we take a look at some of the award leaders right now, Luis Severino could be your Cy Young Award winner for the National League. That would be incredible. And then for the batting title, Josh Bell is in 3rd place in the National League. We saw Alex Bregman and Yordan Alvarez today. They're 1st and 3rd in the American League. For home runs, can we get Rafael Devers into that 40 club soon? And then for pitching leaders, Luis Severino has absolutely been one of the best this season, and so has John Means. This is one that I'm still thinking about whenever I see his name on here, because I thought he was done. I felt like when we traded for him, we saw him on the decline, and I never expected a rebound like this. We have just a couple weeks to go now in the season. It won't be easy for us to catch the Dodgers. We need to go on a nice winning streak and hope the Dodgers maybe get cold for a week or so. But that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts down below. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a great day.